Stephen Howson, Full-Time Devils. This is the Full-Time Review Show. I am not outside Old Trafford. I am not on a chair. We are trying this live today, so you guys can get involved. So make sure you get your comments down below, and we will read some of them out in a little bit. So this is probably going to go wrong at some point because we've got loads of things to try and get in while we're going live. But bear with us, and we will get it right, and we will get better eventually, won't we? So Manchester United played Blackburn Rovers in the FA Cup, eventually overcoming them 2-1. Blackburn gave us an early scare. They followed the San Etienne plan. Two strikers pressing against the centre halves, high midfield line, pushing forward, and it was almost the perfect plan from Owen Coyle. But once they got the early goal, they didn't switch it up. They didn't go one up front and then consolidate. They kept going with two up front, and that left space at the back. And Marcus Rashford with space at the back, he's one of the most deadly tools in world football. He gets in behind the defence like nothing, especially when you've got Mkhitaryan throwing outside of the boot passes in like he did. An absolute beauty of a pass. Arguably the best pass of the game, but Paul Pogba might have claims to that one as well. His pass was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 5 assists now, direct from Paul Pogba to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Absolutely fantastic. Paul Pogba really is starting to come into his own and be that crucial player for Manchester United. I think he's going to be key to the rest of the season. If he can stay in this sort of form as we're looking at quarterfinals, knockouts in Europa, EFL Cup finals and massive games in the Premier League, this is what we've paid for. All of those haters talking about a dab in Sissoko, they've gone a little bit quiet, haven't we? So we drew Chelsea in the 6th round of the FA Cup, and a lot of Reds started to go, oh, do you know what, we're out, and this is that. Chelsea are not unbeatable, are they? They've lost several games this season. They've only had to concentrate on the league. It's not the easiest draw we could have got, but it's a draw that is certainly winnable for us. And if you're going to beat the best in the cup, you've got to play the best in the cup. Jose Mourinho, I thought, was setting up a little bit of mind games with them, telling them that they've already won the league and maybe you should concentrate on the cup a little bit. Check this out from the presser where Jose Mourinho goes in a little bit, I think, on Conte and Chelsea.
No reaction. I have to play Saint Etienne, I have to play the final, I have to play, hopefully, another opponent in the Europa League. I have to fight for a top 4 position in the Premier League, so I have so many things to think about. Probably Chelsea can only think about that because I think they are champions and they have nothing else to play for. So the FA Cup is something I believe important for them.
So that's what Jose had to say. Let's see what you guys have got to say in some of the comments before. Dr. OKC said that ball was amazing. Escobar says, thought it was Adam late, combing his eyebrows, but it was Howson with his agenda. Come on, son, there's no agenda on this. Jamal says 5-1. What does 5-1 mean, mate? Don't know what that means. Arsenal fans in here talking about 6th place. Yes, you very much could end up in 6th place. Edwin says, this can't be live, seems too well done. Well, fear not, mate. We've probably got a cock-up on its way very soon. I hope so. Timbo is a monster, says Sedan. Didn't see the original comment. 5 past Ospina. Dr. Ozzy says, Arsenal got a thrashing the other day, dog, and that's what they're going to lose. That's what they're doing here. Oh, well, we're not talking about Arsenal. This is a Manchester United show where we talk about what's going on with Manchester United. Chris says, do we need a quality centre-back? I think we've got several quality centre-backs, but this isn't a transfer review show, this is a full-time review show. So, let's have a look at another review. Let's see what Statman Dave's got to say in his 3-point review.
Well, it's that time again for the Statman. That's me, Statman Dave. Make sure you check me out on YouTube. But anyway, 3 points from Blackburn versus Manchester United in the FA Cup. First off, I think we're going to talk about Mourinho's change, Paul Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It made sense for absolutely everyone in the world, bringing on your 2 stars, one player that you pay loads of money, got on a free transfer, and the other one for 89 million. But tactically, there was a bigger change there. Man United switched from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3, thus being able to retain the ball more in central midfield. Given that Blackburn had 2 central midfielders, it just gave them that extra body in there. But consequently, what that meant for United is they created more chances, they created more opportunities, they had more space to play the ball around. You go to the goal that Zlatan scored that was created by Paul Pogba. Because of this switch to a 3-man midfield, Blackburn Rovers, their central midfielders, no longer knew who they were picking up man to man. So if you look at it, go back and watch it again. Paul Pogba is in acres of space, and Tomlinson, who came on for Danny Guthrie, I thought had a pretty decent afternoon, doesn't know whether to close down Michael Carrick in central midfield, like right on the centre circle, or Paul Pogba, who is even deeper. That little lapse in concentration gives Paul Pogba that extra little bit of time to find a perfect ball over the top for Zlatan to turn the ball home. Anyway, moving on to the two, Paul Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic both made a massive impact against Blackburn Rovers. First, Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba was on for 5 minutes and he'd already created the joint most chances on the pitch against Blackburn Rovers. He also grabbed the assist a little bit later on, but also with Zlatan, he created 3 chances as well. So the impact was massive when those two players came on the pitch. They were brighter on the ball. It was better in terms of Zlatan as well, holding the ball up. Rashford had a very good game in terms of him being direct and using his pace. But it started to be when United were attacking, they needed a bit of a target. And that's where Zlatan came in perfectly, took his goal very, very well on the half volley. Since the start of last season, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has scored more goals than any other player in Europe's top 5 leagues. That's outscoring Messi and Ronaldo with 74 goals scored. That is absolutely incredible from the big Swede. And his goal against Blackburn was very well taken. A very good run off the back four. Something that people haven't sort of spoke about as Zlatan. He's not quick enough. He's not going to get back behind the opposition's defence. But what he's got is that movement and that timing that he's made, that he's built his career on. And the half volley was fantastic. Anyway, finally, let's touch on Henrik Mkhitaryan, because I thought the Armenian was brilliant in that first half. Again, starting at number 10. The counter-attacking goal United scored that was finished by Rashford was so good. From United's box to the opposition's back of the opposition's net in a single pass, or 2 passes, the keeper rolling out, then a brilliant outside of the boot ball from Henrik Mkhitaryan to Marcus Rashford. And elsewhere, apart from that, Mkhitaryan was very good in terms of his dribbling, his close control, and again, his passing and his playmaking was very good in that first half. I thought he tired in that second half, and it is probably due to him being ill last week. He did miss the game against Saint-Etienne with an illness, and potentially when Anthony Martial went off, should have potentially been Mkhitaryan, giving him a little bit more of a rest. But anyway, guys, that has been that. If you want to see an extended version of 3 talking points, jump over to my YouTube channel, Statman Dave, and I'll see you there. Au revoir. Back to Alton.
Nice one, Dave. Make sure to go and subscribe to Dave. The link is in the description below. Let's hear from some more Reds in United on YouTube.
What up, Full-Time Devils? It's Dave from Footy Talks.
Hello, Full-Time Devils. I'm Simon Preston here again from Reggae Boys Commentary.
Not a vintage performance, but winning the hat for the next round. That's all that matters.
Believe Jose Mourinho can go there and get us a victory. His first victory against Chelsea at Bridge. So, come on, United, let's go and get it.
Really difficult game. Blackburn played really well this weekend. Really up for it. The Cup's caused a lot of shocks this season, but luckily that wasn't one.
We're on our way to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he is now the only Manchester United player this season to score in 5 different events for us. The Charity Shield, the FA Cup, the Premier League, the League Cup and the Europa League. The only man to do that. Absolutely fantastic.
But in terms of the performance, it was quite poor, especially in the first half. Luckily, Rashford got the equaliser from an amazing through ball from Mkhitaryan.
With assists from Mkhitaryan and Pogba. Brilliant play from the both of them to make them passes, to get them through. Rashford did well to go around the keeper and make light work. Ibrahimovic made his goal look easy, but we all know how difficult that is if you play football.
Really pleased that we're through to the next round, because that's potentially a banana skin. You never really want games away from home in the FA Cup. But we've got another difficult one coming up away at Chelsea. Probably the favourites to win the FA Cup this season.
The key to the victory? RPZ. Rashford, Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful to see.
Ashley Young was my man of the match. He looked really good in the game. He was attacking properly. We didn't miss Tony V because of him. I also think, looking at the game, I'd see Zlatan made a difference in the game. He helped us win from behind.
A little slow clap. Mickey and Pogba's passes. Oh my.
Just keep winning games. That's all we can do. And just see where it takes us from now till the end of the season.
Is Herrera world class? People will be asking that question by the end of the season, and I'm starting to really worry about Shaw and Fosu now.
Up next we have Saint-Etienne in the UEFA Europa League. Let's go get past them and then we'll be on our way to Wembley. Come on, United.
But we move on. We have Saint Etienne and we're going to pick up another W because this is legendary.
Cheers for all those lads who got involved in United on YouTube. If you would like to get involved in United on YouTube, then head to the description below and find out exactly how to do it. Just send us an email, 30 seconds or so. you talking about it, and you can appear in this very video. I'm going to come to the comments in a second and see what you guys are saying live on YouTube. But while I'm doing that, just tell me what do you guys think? Can we beat Chelsea? Are you afraid of Chelsea? Because I'm not afraid of Chelsea. I'm excited to be testing ourselves against this team. I think we've learned a lot since the last time we played them, since we got beat, and I think Manchester United can take them and we can beat them on their own ground. I see this as a great opportunity for Manchester United, and I am not worried about facing them whatsoever. Let's see what you guys are saying. We are screwed without. Zlatan says Maka. Jacob says, how's it going? Am I all right? I'm all right. Yeah, nice one. Do you think we're going to beat Chelsea? I've just said that. So what are you guys saying? Mourinho will lead us to Champions League glory, says Jamal. Not this season, mate. He won't. So get your comments in and I can read them out. If there's no comments, I can't read them out, can I? Mkhitaryan is the driving force in this team, says Escobar. Man United TV says, yes, we can do Chelsea, says Jord. Seth says Mensah, Herrera and Pogba. Edwin says Bakayoko in there for next season. Let's not talk about transfers. That's a whole other topic. This is talking about the matches and about what happened. And let's find out what happened on social media with some of your guys' wittiest comments from the 3-word reviews. What do you think about that then? So that is the end of the full-time review. Thank you guys joining us. I don't think we set fire to anything. I think it all went fairly smoothly. So thanks for joining us. Make sure to subscribe. Get any of your comments or questions in below. Make sure to keep it locked for Full-Time Devils all this week, as we've got all the Saint Etienne content. And then we've got a cup final this weekend. Fantastic. Thank you for watching. See you later.